I think that you should look up OsteoStrong. It's done wonders for me. What I've done, the investment alone has been worth it because I'm not investing in all the medication. There's no other deterioration to your body. And I just feel like a natural way of healing is always the best way. My name is Cindy Bourne, and I live down by Custer, South Dakota. Well, I was having some heart problems actually, and I went to my cardiologist, and she did a full workup and suggested that I do a DEXA scan. And I'd had those before, but it had been a while. And so once that DEXA scan came back, it showed that I had osteoporosis. And the medication didn't sound right to me. I talked to a lot of friends that I had working for dentists, and they said, don't take the medication, your teeth will fall out or the jaws will fuse and you won't get your teeth out. And it didn't make sense to me that this bone density medication would work on bones in every other part of your body, but your jaw would deteriorate. So I started doing research on my own, and I got online, I read, I asked questions, and I found OsteoStrong. And so it took a little while. I'm a slow learner. I like to do my research, and something popped up about, come on up and take a free session, and if that session works out, then you might join up. So I just decided to give it a try. And what I noticed right away was my balance improved, and I was working. We lived in the forest, so we moved from the city to the forest, and we burned our own wood for heat. And so I'm out, I've got a chainsaw. I'm working, and I felt like I was really strong. But that strength improved through this regimen of exercise that you do here at OsteoStrong. So when you come to OsteoStrong and you've been driving all this ways, and at first when I drove, I could barely get out of my car. I was so stiff, and so I would try to walk around in the parking lot a little bit just to get myself loosened up. But what I found out is when I come in here, first you do a minute on the vibe plate, and if I just totally relaxed every bone, I can feel it all the way to the top of my head. And that loosens me up more than anything and prepares me for the exercise. And then afterwards, I treat myself to a hydro massage, which when I first started, I was on like a 3, which means it doesn't push very hard against you, but now I'm on a 9 and a 10 because I can do it just feels great on my back. And it loosens whatever muscles the vibe plate misses. Because after this exercise, then you do 2 more minutes on that vibe plate. And that's when I do more stretches and pulls, and I really get into like deep knee bends and all of that. But the hydro massage usually puts me back together. And then I started reading about, well, I call it earthing. I live out in the forest. I have an organic garden. I eat organically. I eat whole foods. But I heard about this earthing, and it was where if you put your bare feet on the ground, because we wear rubber-soled shoes, we don't get that energy from the earth that you're supposed to get, that you would feel better. It's healing. And so then Shelley talked about this, and I call it an earth mat. There's some big long name for it, but I just call it earth mat. So I go in and lay on that, and you don't really feel anything. There's kind of a sensation, but not really. And I just lay there and meditate for 8 or 9 minutes. And I've been doing that, I think, probably just for the last couple of months. But it has, I don't know, it just gives me peace of mind. I just feel like I'm doing one more thing. I'm adding one more thing to my arsenal as far as putting these bones back together. Now this week I go back for a DEXA scan. So we'll see. And I feel like even if I haven't deteriorated any, and I don't know if my accident set me back any, but I'm hoping that even if I'm just the same, I'll feel that that's progress. But I've been coming almost 2 years. Well, 1.5 years with the interruption. So that's where I'm at now. Getting older does not mean getting weaker. OsteoStrong is awesome.